This is your graduation day. You're all excited. You're all nervous. I'm so glad there's family, friend, and loved ones here with you. And you're reflecting back on how you got here, and you worked so hard. Medical school's hard. Pre-med was hard. All the stresses of all the pre-med classes and the MCAT and all the classes in medical school and the step exams and worrying about matching this place versus that place. And here you are. Yay me. Yay me. Now, if we've taught you well, and we have taught you well, you feel a little ambivalent about this yay me because you chose a profession of service to others. It's about the patients. This profession is not about you, and you chose that path. You all have seen physicians you look up to, that you admire, the physicians you want to be like, and I want you to be that way always for your patients. But you've seen some physicians that have changed. It becomes me, all about me and my practice and my all the accolades I get, the honor, the glory, the prestige, all this stuff. That's not what they were when they started. And that's what you don't want to become like them. So a couple of things can trip you up on this road to be aware of. When you start feeling like this me thing, think back. None of you did this alone. As amazing and as talented, as great powers as you have, none of you did it all by yourself. I have a whole audience of people that got you here. So you start feeling this me, just realize that it wasn't all you. Second, sometimes, especially during residency, you're working really hard, you're so exhausted, and sometimes you start thinking, gosh, I have all this delayed gratification, I have what's coming to me, I have the big house and the big car and the prestige and all the stuff that comes along with being a doctor. I can't wait, it's all about me. And I work harder than anybody else and I deserve it. If you start feeling that way, look closely as you're coming in the morning. So you're coming in working 8 hours, you're really exhausted, you're coming in like 5 o'clock in the morning or so. Look around you and see who's there. There's custodians there, just as early as you are, trying to make the hospital as nice a place as it can be for the people that are in the hospital. You'll see the cafeteria workers there trying to prepare food to try to make this hospital stay as best as possible for folks that are so stressed by this hospitalization. They're there just as early as you are. And you may say, well, I work 80 hours a week. I promise you, a lot of them work 80 hours a week. They have 2 jobs, and they'll never make the salaries you make. So you work hard, got it. But others work hard as well, but it's not about you, it's about the patients. And finally, I want to admonish you, don't forget the great clinical teachers of your life. Don't forget the great clinical teachers of your life. Who did you learn what a heart murmur sounded like from? Who did you learn what a wheeze sounded like? Who did you learn how to listen actively from? It was the patients. Your patients have been and always will be the great clinical teachers of your life. And don't leave them. Don't forget about them. And who are these patients? Who are these patients that allowed you to learn, that taught you, even though you weren't a doctor? In the midst of COVID, when we were social distancing, they still welcomed you into their care. Why did they do that? Well, for some, they saw the value you brought to patient care. They saw the company you brought. Sometimes you all spent more time with them than the rest of the team, and you really were the voice of communication between the team, and they appreciated that. For some, it brought meaning to their condition. If they can teach this young doctor to be what my condition's like, they'll be able to take care of patients better in the future. All those reasons are the reasons they embraced you into their practice. You know, this is my body for you to learn. But don't forget them. And you may think, how am I going to forget them? Well, a lot of these patients in teaching hospitals, all of our teaching hospitals, UK, Med Center Health, St. Elizabeth, St. Clair, we are the primary givers of care in our regions. And so we're that, but we're also often the last hope for patients in those areas there. So people come there, and a lot of those folks have no insurance, they're underinsured, and we're the safety net for them. And what will happen though, when you get into practice sometimes, you start thinking, well, deferred gratification, this is me. I need to make this salary so I can buy this house, so I can have this boat, so I can have this vacation, so I can have this life. And then you start thinking, if I see patients with this type of insurance, I can make more money. These over here, maybe not so much, let's not see them. Once you do that, you've abandoned the great teachers of your life. because many of those folks come from those underinsured areas. So don't do that. Don't abandon the great teachers of your life. So if you do all those things, keep it from being me, 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 and focus on service as you'll all focus on all the time here. You're going to be the wonderful physicians the rest of your life. Your great powers are going to serve these people the rest of your life. And we're going to be so proud of you as our alumni. But I tell you what, when I look at these students, I see joy, I'm proud of them, but that's not what I see really. When I look here, I see she's going to take care of 5,000 people in her doctoral life. He's going to take care of 8,000, 5,000, 8,000, 10,000, 15,000. There's hundreds of thousands of people that will have a doctor because of these students right here, right now, on stage. That's what we're celebrating today. But hey, it's your graduation day. Yay, you.